Hello, Aqua here again. Welcome to another Unleashed Supplemental on bees. This is part 2 of the bee supplemental. Now, last time we finished with Noble Bee. Zombie on fire there. The Noble Bee, he's sat in there now. I've got 63 of them, so I don't actually need to carry on with them just for now. And cultivated. I'm going to carry on with them because I'm going to use some of these up. So I'll keep the cultivateds going. But for now, the Noble, I'm just going to chuck in there out of the way. But we should get back to them. What I want to do next, then, is I need to make more cultivated princesses. That's what I'm going to start doing now. I'm going to make some princesses. And the way we do that, just ignore this area by the way. I've tidied all this area up. What I'm going to do is, this hexagonal shape is going to be my bee lab. Got to say. Honeycombs hexagon. It's kind of like a soft hexagon. It's not really a very good hexagon to be honest, but it kind of fit nice. So there we go. That's gonna be my bee area. So I've started sorting that area out. I built a little bridge. I've been sorting some areas out for tomorrow's episode. I'm gonna start on some other stuff, two other farms. Someone kindly pointed out that I can use IC2 crops on the carrots and potatoes, by the way, which I thought I tested, but I must have tested wrong. Anyway, this is a bee episode, so I'll carry on doing bee stuff. So what we're going to do is to make some princesses. What we need to do is we need to get any princess. So what I'm going to do, I've got some spare Meadows princesses here. So I'm going to take these three, I'm going to take four. I'm going to take these 4 Meadows princesses. I've got some other stuff in here, but I want to keep them for now, like Rocky, for example. Modest, stuff like that. I'm going to keep them to one side for now. What we're going to do is, let's just jump back over here a second, is let's grab some of these Oblivion frames. I'm using them up pretty quick to be honest, my Oblivion frames, but once I start doing Mistcraft stuff I should find a lot of dungeons, so you should find a lot of them in dungeons if you don't get to the point where you can craft them. So what we're going to do is we're going to change these Meadows princesses into cultivated princesses. Pretty much that's basically what we're about to do. So what I am going to do first off is, so what we've got here then, okay, he's still going. Just going to take these out for now, put one of them in, take these out, put one of them in. What I'm going to do is, in each of these I'm going to put one Meadows princess and 3, 4, 5 cultivated drones. One Meadows princess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cultivated drones. So what that should do for us is that should cycle through a few times, and gradually, if you put in enough of the target drone, you can turn any princess into that drone. So this will cycle through the Meadows bees, the Meadows drones that came out. They're going to get thrown into the chest there because they can't get in because this is in the way. So that's slowly going around there at the minute. Then there comes the Meadows or hybrids. This will come back in here. That says it's cultivated already, but not sure if it was. That was pretty quick if it was. I doubt that was a cultivated already. That was just off one cycle. So this is the second cycle. Let's grab it out and beelize it after this cycle then. So let it go around again. It's probably going to be some kind of hybrid, even though it shows as a cultivated. You maybe don't want, say it had gone. It was the Meadows again that time, and so it was there as well. Look, so you need to do a couple of cycles. So I reckon 5 cycles is pretty much always done it for me. I've had it in smaller number. I've had it in like 3. I think sometimes it's taken 5 or 6, but if we looked at that, let's just quickly check it. That's going to be a hybrid probably. Meadows cultivated hybrid, so it's taking some of the stats off each of these. So let's put it back in. And I say once we've gone round a good couple of goes, that one's down to 2 already. That one's just 4 still. Okay, so I must have got a matching drone off that one. So let's just keep going for a little while. Let this go round and round and round. I missed the tick with that one. And once it's done all 5, I'm going to take it out, and it should be a pure cultivated princess. That's the idea. And then we can use that for further breeding, you see. So rather than have to start off with your mundane bees every time, rather than have to start off with Meadows princesses every time, yeah, I'm actually getting more cultivated drones from this side, aren't I? So that's actually producing ones with the same stats as what's already in there. That's interesting. So I'll capture them after this time, and then I'll do the same with them. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And see, these are not stacking, but the ones in there probably would stack. So we'll wait for the princess to come through this time, and we'll grab it and see what it is. Come on, princess. There we go. And then what's this one like? That one's waiting for another cycle. So let's BLR's this. There we go. That's pure cultivated. It's got all matching stats on both sides of it, so that's good now. That's a cultivated. Exactly what we wanted. But now Meadows Princess can go in there with that as well. And now we need to capture this one. When this does its tick, and we'll check this one. So hopefully I might get to catch it there. I can, look. Let's try that. Cultivated, cultivated. That's all good as well. So that one's changed. So now we've got 2 cultivateds, and then I can chuck some more drones in and a fresh Meadows, and we're going to end up with four of these cultivateds, which is nice. You see they're stacking with them, so they're actually producing the same cultivated drones as our main cultivated bees. So if we check the stats on this, they'll be exactly the same as that in theory. That should be a correct theory. So we'll let them run a little bit. Then what we can do with these ones then is we can start using these in the soul frame one to try and get our next bees. So the next bees we wanted, just turn that on. I'll have a quick look at logistics pipes, but I'll come back to that later. So cultivated princess, show me what this goes into. So we've got a noble. We can put in one of these princesses with a noble, try and get majestic. That's good. And we can put one in with a common, try and get a diligent for the other path. So that's what I'm going to do in these two. Is one of them's going to get a cultivated princess and one of my noble drones, one of these guys, try and produce the next in the imperial line, and one of them is going to get a common drone to try and produce one of these guys, an unwary diligent hybrid. Try and breed a fresh one first. I could have maybe put that in there, but we'll save that for a cycle. So I need to keep an eye on this and keep an eye on these. What's going on there? Majestic. Did I take 2 of them? No, I only took 1. What's happened there? I've cocked something up, I think. Was one of them a princess? I have to check back. Majestic Noble, I'll have to check back on the video there. I may have cocked something up there. So, cultivated. What's going on? What's going on? I'll put that back in with a majestic. What has gone on? They're turned off, aren't they? On this end. Should be. Yep. Onto our turned off, okay. Oh, I put them in the same bloody one, didn't I? The common should have gone in there. There we go, that's what I did. So I put in the cultivated princess with the noble in this side. So that's probably some kind of hybrid. Cultivated noble hybrid, yeah, okay, that's good. So let's cultivated and majestic. We'll put that in there. And then this side is the one that we're hoping to get a diligent. Diligent on. So that'll probably be a trash bee. and then when these cycle, we'll capture these two and see if these are pure yet. So that's a good sign. That's getting added onto. Cultivated, cultivated. It's all them same stats again, so that one's good. And it's night time. I'll cut camera. I'll go to sleep. Back in a sec. Okay, back, and I've slept. So I need to capture this one now. See if this one's turned into a pure, which it should have by now. Let's have a look. And that's good, that's a pure as well. So I've got 2 more pures there for further breeding. So we'll put them to one side for now. And we'll come back to them later. So I'm still breeding cultivateds in here, nice and slow. And these 6 and then 5 can go back onto the pile there. So I'm going to keep a nice full stack there. And all these dubious ones from the breeding, I've got an itchy nose, I apologise. All these dubious ones from the breeding, I'll throw into the gene pool in a bit. So let's check what we've got here. Oh, look at this, this is looking promising. Hopefully these will be pure. Majestic Imperial, that's actually pretty good, but we just want to get Majestic first. So we'll put them back in, hope that becomes a Majestic. Pure, that's Cultivated Imperial, Cultivated Noble. We'll keep them to one side for now, but we may bin them. So for now I'll just put them up here. And then this side, we was hoping for Diligent, and looks like we ain't got it. Let's see what we have got. Cultivated Diligent, Cultivated Common, Common Noble. Okay, what I'm going to do with this side is that Unweary Diligent, I'm going to throw the Cultivated Diligent in with the Unweary Diligent and see what this one gives us. And them two are certainly trash. So just put them in at the top with our other bees for destruction. See what this gives us. Majestic Noble, Majestic, that's good. Imperial Noble. Save the Imperial Noble for later. Put the Majestics back in, because we're still trying to get a pure Majestic. And just give us a Diligent Princess. Diligent, just a pure Diligent. Cultivated Diligent, Cultivated Diligent. Well, I'd like... What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that Diligent Princess to one side, and I'm going to do a fresh breed on a Cultivated Common to try and... Could actually do with a Common Princess here for this, but I'm not going to bother. I'm going to trash them. Yeah, and I'm going to try this again with a fresh Common. And try and get Diligent again. If we get a pure Diligent drone, we can marry it up with that Diligent Princess, you see. So that's my theory there. And now let's check these. Pure Majestic, that's good. Majestic Noble, Majestic, there we go. So we've got a Majestic pair, pure pair. So now these become our second bees in here now, and then we'll let this run again like we have with the other ones till we've got a stack of 63 of them, and use them for breeding. Wonderful. So there's one thing done. That can go ready for the bin. This is giving us a Diligent Princess. Let's see what else we've got. Diligent Noble, Common Noble, Cultivated Diligent, not great, but we'll put the Diligent Noble with a Cultivated Diligent in. See what we get. And while that's cooking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take put these back in here for now. Now we've done that, so we don't need any more cultivated just yet. This could be a lie, we could need one more. Nah, it's alright for now. Put them down there, and I'm just going to put all these in the gene pool while we're waiting. I'm going to bin them ones. I'll keep that Imperial. I'll bin all the rest of this stuff. So all these trash bees can go in the gene pool. This will be automated at some point, of course. The gene pool, I've added a ender tank too. So now We can, yeah, that was a hybrid, wasn't it? Fill all that up, and fill that hopper up. We can go one step further, and get 8 bits of wood. Go on, planks. No planks? Scandalous. Get 8 bits of wood, make a chest. Set the chest on top of that hopper. Like so, and then of course all we need to do now is whenever we've got any bees we want rid of, we can just sling them into the chest there and they'll get processed into bee DNA. And I've put the ender tank to one of my big tanks over here, so you can see I've got a nice big tank slowly filling up with liquid DNA. This will take a long time to fill because you don't get much DNA from a bee. There we go, starting to get that saved up, and then we'll use that later on for extra bee stuff. So let's have a look how this is going. What we've got here, Ancient Princess. Well, I didn't mean to get that. Might come in useful though. We do want Ancient at some point because that's a line that gives you the longest lifespan, which is good to have. Ancient Noble Hybrid. Pure Diligent, that's what we wanted. Unweary Noble can go to one side, but we've got our Pure Diligent Princess, and now we've got a Pure Diligent Drone to go with it. So that is what we want in there. And now we've got Cultivated still producing, but we've got the next step in both the Industrious and the Imperial lands. So now I'm going to wrap up this little short episode, and once we've got a good amount of drones there, we can do the next step, which is Imperial for that bee, and Unweary for that bee. Can I try and get an Unweary? Let me try and get an Unweary with this Cultivated Princess. So Unweary Noble. Unweary is... No, I need some Diligent Drones first. I have to wait until I get some Diligent Drones. So I could, of course, just stick the drone in there with Oblivion Frame, run it for a few cycles, and that'll get me a few drones pretty quick, but I'm in no rush. So, little short episode. We've moved on from Cultivateds. I'm actually going to take that out for now and put that there. So I've got keeping my stocks up of all these starter bees over here. I'll keep that to one side for now, and I'll keep that Unweary Hybrid. And I'll keep that Ancient Princess for now as well. Probably not worth it, to be honest. Yeah, I'll go at that later, to be honest. The Ancient Princess I'll go at later. I'm going to put that back in there and see if it's a very small chance of becoming... It's probably going to become a noble, to be honest. But, I don't know. In fact, I don't know what it'll become. Let's see what it comes, because it's only a short episode up to now, so we can go a little bit longer. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to press... Oh, like that. There we go. So we'll see what this gives us. I'm saying these guys, I'll move them across one actually. Like so, that can have some fresh frames in, so we get a bit of extra product. 1, 2, 3. And what we might start seeing soon is, no, honeycombs, dripping comb still. So dripping are the ones that give you honeydew. So we've not got the one that gives you a propolis yet. That should come from we'll have to wait for a while for that until we get higher up. This Primeval, okay, that's giving us the next one in the land there. Primeval Noble, Unweary Ancient, Unweary Noble. Let's keep trying to get an Unweary then, we might as well. We're kind of in a position where we might end up with an Unweary here, so that's good because we're already at the tier below Imperial with that. We're up to Majestic, so the next tier in this is an Imperial. This was still 2 tiers off. We need the Unweary, then the Industrious, so we might as well try and get Unweary, just so we're on the same page with them two. And then once we've got the Imperial and the Industrious, we I can start collecting stuff for the genetic machines. So what's this giving us? What has this given us? Unwary Primeval, Unwary Ancient. Hopefully this will give us a pure Unwary. And that's given us 2 noble drones, is it? Yeah, 2 pure nobles. Okay, we don't need them. So they can go up top, ready for making into DNA at some later date. And I'll keep going with this for a little while. All I'm trying to do here is purify this, so you can stop watching now if you know what's going to happen. Come on. Yeah, this isn't possibly going to work as well as I'd like it to, because we're going to get all kind of crazy shit going on with the fact that that's done an extra mutation that I didn't really plan on just yet. This is a good bee though, the Ancient, if I'm being honest. It's night time again. The Ancient, I say, it goes to a bee the end of that LAN. Let's have a quick look after I've slept. Yeah, let's turn NAR back on. Primeval. Come on. Fossilized. Prehistoric. What does prehistoric go into? Is that the end of the LAN? Relic. That's the one we're after. Longest life. There you go. Relic bee is the bee that gives you the longest lifespan. So when you're trying to get your bees as best as you can for production, longest life don't make a lot of difference, but what it does is, obviously longest life means it's not cycling out your alvery and back in as often, so it actually is working for longer. So you don't want to get that. You want to get a serum of longest life put on all your production bees at some point. So we'll be doing this LAN, but we're just not that bothered about it just yet. I say the only really important ones to start off with, as I've mentioned several times. Yeah, look, we've actually got to the point where we've bred out that Unwary pretty much. Yeah, so I'm going to have to leave that for now. I'm going to wait until I've got an half decent amount of diligent drones in the mix here, and then we'll try the Unwary next time. So a little short episode. Ancient Primeval. I should probably keep that and try and make that into a Primeval now that I'm nearly there. So I'll try and make them pure, might as well. I'm going to wrap the episode up there. Little short one after the hour long last time. So yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.